Well, Taylor Swift's economic impact in the U.S. is expected to surpass $5 billion. But how much have you spent on her this year? We've got a study from QuestionPro that found consumers spent an average of $1,300 per show, and 91% would still go again. I don't know if I could do a repeat spend of that much, but hey, 91% of people would out there, Allie.
Yeah, I think if you're a Swiftie, you're willing to spend so much money and you're willing to do it multiple times. And now with this movie coming out, I guarantee you that most of the people in that theater probably went and saw a concert, but they're willing to continue to spend on Taylor Swift for Taylor Swift merchandise. They'll probably dress up as Taylor Swift and maybe drag one of their friends or boyfriend to be Travis Kelce for Halloween as well. I just think the Swifties are hardcore, and you don't really have average fans for Taylor Swift. It's really all in or nothing, it feels like.
Yeah, certainly. And Allie, you talk about the fact that Swifties are all in. And I think that was also reflected in the results that we got from the Yahoo Finance poll that we put up on X. And from these results, 10% of people who weighed in said that they actually spend over $1,000. And I think that that's pretty indicative of what we're seeing play out in the broader economy as well, right? When you take into account the number of people who are diehard Swifties and the number that are willing to spend over $1,000. And it sounds like from the ticket prices, you almost need to spend $1,000 if you want to go to one of these shows and have decent seats, given the demand and given the resale value that we've seen on so many of these tickets. So people are willing to spend. But I also think that the question here going forward is what this tells us about the broader picture of where people are spending in the economy, whether or not consumers are going to continue to favor those experiences, continue to go out there and spend that way, or if we are going to see this shift. And also, if there's any other artists out there, and there are quite a few very, very popular artists that have been able to attract a pretty penny for their ticket prices, but I guess how large that audience could potentially be and who is next is what people are wondering about too.
I just think about the concerts that I paid to go see, and then I think about the fact that I even still loaded up these apps to try and figure out if I could get tickets to Beyonce in a different city. I almost went to see Beyonce in Houston. Almost couldn't fly plus concert tickets.
It was expensive.
It's expensive.
Wait,
it's expensive.
I'm curious how much you guys have spent on a concert.
Probably the most this year that I've ever spent on a concert. I went to see Coldplay in Barcelona.
Okay.
Yeah, it was a fun experience. I did not know Barcelona gets down with Coldplay like they do.
Oh, Coldplay is a global audience. Yeah,
I can't disclose that. I paid a lot. I paid a lot for these tickets.
That was not
You're
what I was
slightly embarrassed by how much you paid, but you paid a lot.
I paid a lot. I
don't think I paid over $200 to go to a
Okay, that's usually my breaking point. I did pay like $450 to go see John Mayer. I love him. I never saw him before. I wanted to listen to his music.
$450 to see John Mayer?
Okay, he's
good. Talk about.
He's good, Shauna.
He's good.
An acoustic solo tour. Okay. I would go again. Although next time, I think $200 to $250 is mine.
Yeah, I probably spend a little over $200 now. I think about it for certain ones, but it just highlights that these artists certainly do get people to spend a heck of a lot of money. And also the big takeaway: Taylor Swift certainly having a massive impact on the U.S. economy and the global economy this year.